My dad is a professional musician. He always emphasized health and fitness. And my mom is a professional musician, and she also always emphasized health. Fitness meets music. Ding, 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 ding. Is this the amount of time? Hi. Estoy grabando.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to just be standing. Okay. Dual acquired. I'm gonna sit crisscross applesauce. Hello. My name is Raquel. Fitness meets music. And you might be thinking, gee golly, what in God's name does fitness have to do with music? Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to explain. For those of you who know me, you know that I play piano. My parents are classical musicians, they were classical guitarists. My whole life I grew up with my dad traveling the world, and one thing that was always very consistent for him was that he would eat really well. I mean, like, really well. Brown rice, fish, and broccoli. My mom, on the other hand, she's from Mexico, has chicharrones in the closet, and Doritos and Chetos and stuff like that, so that's like a very big contrast, but that's my life. I almost became overweight as a youngin', and that was just because I really liked food. And so my mom was like, no, you need to stop. And you need to run. And I was like, narts, fine. So I used to hate working out. This also started because every single time I wanted to go out and play with my dad, he would always be like, I can't leave the house until I've done my exercises. I was like, because you know, when you're 5, you don't understand that. You just want to go out and play. It would be like 8 in the morning on a Saturday, and my dad's like, no, every single morning. Like, mat, stretches, and core exercises. The news in the background, and he's just like, doing like push-ups and all that crap. And I was like, what? Why do you do that? And then like I would see what he ate, and I was like, why do you eat that? Like I would. Said to me, he's like, cause you know, when you get older, your body, and it was like, I was trying to make sense of it as a 5-year-old. It didn't make sense. These are the examples that I have as professional musicians. My dad is a professional musician, and he always emphasized health and fitness. And my mom is a professional musician, and she also always emphasized health. So having 2 parents who are very health conscientious, it was only bound to have an impact. So the reason why, hi, I'm here. Yeah, I know, I'm not on my porch anymore. And this is still the same top, don't worry, I washed it. My parents, the reason why I mention them is because they are examples of classical musicians who have been quite successful in their field, and they haven't let that stop them from leading healthy physical lifestyles. So yeah, because I witnessed that my whole life, I'm very fortunate. I've not known what a classical musician's life looks like without the fitness component. And my dad's always stressed, if you do music, then you must take care of your body. That's always been something that was ingrained to me from very young. And then as I grew up, I realized that that wasn't exactly what other musicians did. There's this connotation with many musicians, especially in the pop world and the rock and roll world, where there's a lot of drugs and alcohol, and I know, and it's ended. Some people can do it, and they have a great singing career, or they have a great result, and until they don't, and until either their career ends early or their life ends early. Now, I'm not saying everybody's just gonna die if they don't take care of their bodies and go to the gym, but there are classical musicians whose career have ended because they've pushed their body to an extreme. There are classical musicians who've had to take breaks from their concert schedule, long breaks, and I've gone through 2 injuries myself. Sure, you can survive, like anybody can survive. The human body is incredibly resilient. I'm not saying to go softy on yourself. On the contrary, I'm saying go hard on yourself with regards to discipline in your lifestyle so that you can produce your best all the time. Isn't that better than pushing yourself to a point where you can no longer do the thing that gives you income and that gives you money? Sure, there are options and there are avenues and things. You can transform poison into medicine any day. But if you know better, then why not make that decision? That's just my philosophy, but do what you will with your life. The fact that we do music is a blessing. It is in alignment with some of the more virtuous qualities of humanity. And if we are supposed to be projecting that, then we ourselves must uphold that in our own lifestyles, because it's going to help us produce better quality. Now, I'm not saying don't go get a drink with your friend on Saturday night. Of course, by all means, go do that. I'm just saying that habits that I practice include a lot of fitness and health and nutrition. I mention nutrition and health because in a way that's also fitness of the mind, being mentally fit enough. There's loads of stuff I want to talk about. I want to make exercise videos on injuries, and talk about all the dirt, the stuff you have to deal with as a classical musician. I mean, that's a pretty dangerous video. That might upset some people. Having the resilience to deal with all this stuff, and I think this pertains to any career. Fitness of your lifestyle. In what shape is your lifestyle in? How are you scheduling yourself, your day, reaching for everything that you want to get in life? You need a lot of resilience, and I think fitness teaches you resilience. It's small bad things that happen, you can fight it with the intention for good. And seems like kind of a very philosophical approach to fitness, but that's really what it is. Some of the greatest thinkers were actually also athletes, and I'm talking about those ancient Romans, and being strong physically. Wrestling was a huge part of society. A quote from Ryan Holiday, who's a great Stoic philosopher, and he's out there doing amazing work. I suggest you check out his stuff. He says, you would think of a philosopher as someone who's just in their office, not doing anything but reading and spending all of their time reading. Actually, Holiday says it's not the case at all. A person who's thinking all day should be fighting just as hard to take care of their body. And I really like to use that example for music. I think we're all music philosophers in a way. We study these composers every single day in the practice room, and it's our job to think clearly and to feel clearly about this stuff. You're supposed to be using your brain and the small muscles that you have to play your instrument, in my case piano, because if you don't do that all day, you're going to somehow not improve. I mean, I would get afraid of that. I would be like, man, I'm in the gym and not practicing. Like, why? I would feel guilty. And I don't always get to hit 5 days a week. On the contrary, sometimes I can only make it twice a week to the gym, because I do core exercise every morning, I stretch every morning, do yoga every morning. It balances out. We're all really busy, I get that, but that's kind of my point. It's like, you're really busy, and because of that, you have to work hard, just as hard, to maintain your health. I'm Raquel Fisk, right here at your service. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about this stuff. I'm excited to share my knowledge, and hope you guys are too. Let me know if you have any questions, and thanks so much for watching.
Bailey took a breath and said, would you ever consider opening your studio with